Recovery efforts are underway after a deadly mid-air collision between a passenger jet and military aircraft near the nation's capital. I'm Erica Brown with more on the investigation and why President Trump is pointing a finger at the previous administration.
Plus, authorities are now at the scene of a train derailment in Columbus, Kansas, and the Arma, Kansas Fire Department tries to clear up some concerns.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The worst is confirmed after last night's mid-air collision between an Army helicopter and an American Airlines jet out of Wichita. Survivors say there are no survivors. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Dow Quick. 67 people are believed to have died in that crash. Erica Brown has the latest on the investigation from Reagan National Airport in Arlington, Virginia.
Recovery efforts on the Potomac River continued Thursday afternoon in one of the deadliest U.S. aviation accidents in recent history. CCTV captured the moment when an Army Black Hawk helicopter collided with an American Airlines regional jet as it prepared to land at Reagan National Airport last night.
At this point, we don't believe there are any survivors from this accident.
The National Transportation Safety Board is leading the investigation into how the collision occurred.
We have not recovered the flight data recorders yet. We know they're there. They are underwater.
President Trump appeared in the briefing room requesting a moment of silence for the victims.
We are one family, and today we are all heartbroken. We're all searching for answers.
He then quickly pointed a finger at the previous administration's hiring practices.
The FAA is actively recruiting workers who suffer severe intellectual disabilities, psychiatric problems, and other mental and physical conditions under a diversity and inclusion hiring initiative.
Democrats pushed back.
For the President of the United States to throw out idle speculation as bodies are still being recovered and families still being notified. It just turns your stomach.
Flights have resumed here at Reagan National Airport after they were paused for nearly 14 hours, though several hundred were canceled and others delayed.
American Eagle Flight 5342 originated in Wichita, Kansas, where a prayer service was held Thursday.
But the only way that we will get through this is together.
Officials say flight conditions were clear Wednesday night. Erica Brown, CBS News, Arlington, Virginia.
CBS News has confirmed that one air traffic control worker was managing the helicopter and planes, a job that's normally done by 2 people. Of course, there's going to be much more on this story on the CBS Evening News tonight at 5:30. Authorities are cleaning up from a train derailment in Columbus, Kansas this afternoon. There are no reports of injuries. The crash is impacting the railroad crossings on Kansas and High School Avenue. BNSF estimated the crossings would remain blocked for a few hours while they work to move the cars back onto the tracks. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for a first look at the weather.
Well, of course, it's been wet outside for us today. Showers, even thunderstorms last night, and then periods of showers for us today. Since midnight, a little over a quarter of an inch. For the month, we're at 1.18 inches, but majority of that has been snow earlier in the month. And we're pretty close to where we should be for this time of the year. Temperature's great, so we're not dealing with any frozen precip, sitting into the upper 50s to near 60. Cooling down in our western counties as we get on the backside of this system. Can see some rain, Kansas into Oklahoma, and the spin, the upper level low. So now we aren't on the front side of the system. We're going to move into the backside of the system. So showers will continue to pick up as we go through the evening hours and kind of push through. So we're going to break all this down for you and look into your weekend here in a bit.
See you soon. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation is looking into the injury of an inmate at the Ottawa County Jail. Sheriff's Department says on January 22nd, a woman was transported to the Miami Integris Hospital by ambulance from her home in Miami for a possible overdose. We are not using the woman's name because she is not charged with a crime. While at the hospital, the woman reportedly became aggressive with the medical staff. Miami police officers arrested her on probable cause for battery of a medical professional. Sheriff's Department says when the woman arrived at the jail, she was unable to walk without assistance due to what appeared to be symptoms of intoxication and at times acted aggressively toward jail staff. Authorities say she was not placed into the general population and was kept where jailers could observe her on video. They say she was taken back to the hospital for treatment after striking her head on the floor, then brought back to the jail on January 23rd, where she was placed in a holding cell by herself. They say over the weekend she was watched and nothing appeared to change with her condition. Then on Monday of this week, the woman appeared in court with injuries that included 2 black eyes. In a news release, Sheriff David Dean says, quote, "It was reported to me on Monday that the woman may have been seriously injured while detained in the Ottawa County Jail. My office has begun a preliminary investigation into the matter. At this time, it does not appear that any person assaulted her." Now, at the sheriff's request, the OSBI is investigating this case, and the district attorney's office has dismissed the criminal charges against the woman, saying it does not appear that she was able to form a criminal intent at the hospital. The Arma, Kansas Fire Department responds to reports of a change in 2 of its programs that had generated a lot of community concern. An anonymous Facebook post said the department is discontinuing their junior fire program and their sleep-in program. The post sparked concern from some residents who say the junior fire department opens doors for young people to learn and grow as a firefighter. People were also concerned because the sleep-in program allows for quick responses to overnight calls. The fire chief clarified that he does not plan to end the junior program or the sleep-in program.
The living program still is going on. We've got some people that are moving out because they got jobs, so we're still looking for new people.
Fire chief says people interested in either program can come to the Arma Fire Department to learn more about joining. Still ahead, the history of a lifesaver.
There are no belts to buckle in this car, but seatbelt use has now been required by law for 40 years. I'm Bradley Blackburn with a trip back in time to the launch of landmark legislation that saved countless lives.
But first, some of the physical and emotional benefits of exercise. That's coming up in Health Watch. Topping today's Health Watch, it seems women face major challenges when they go to the gym. A survey published in the journal PLOS showed many women feel judged by their performance and their appearance at the gym, and many experience harassment and unsolicited comments from men while working out. Researchers say more needs to be done to make gyms into comfortable and supportive places for women. At the same time, as the new year begins, many people are searching for ways to improve their mental and physical well-being. Nicole Nielsen introduces us to one woman who says the key to a better life came from an unexpected source: weightlifting.
Life can oftentimes feel heavy, but Alexis Andrews uses weights to help her lighten the mental load.
It's always hard at the beginning.
It might seem contradictory, but 3 years ago, she walked into the gym for the first time, looking for a way to decompress. But what she discovered was so much more than a workout routine. Weight training, she says, became a transformative practice, not just for her body, but for her mind.
I used to have anxiety and depression, and really working out just helped me focus on myself.
The routine was simple at first, but quickly grew into a daily habit that taught her discipline, patience, and the power of showing up for yourself. It transformed her mindset. She feels her best and can show up even better in other areas of her life. The benefit, all beyond that half hour each day.
But working out, I just go in how I feel, and I always come out better. Always. Every time.
She admits it's not always easy. In fact, just getting to the gym each day sometimes is the hardest part. For Alexis, the journey to the gym has helped her build a stronger, happier life.
Even if you hate it, even if you don't feel like it that day, just go to the gym. Even if you don't know what you're doing, going on the treadmill for like 30 minutes to an hour just walking will just be like, you'll just feel so much better.
Nicole Nielsen, CBS News, Texas.
Research shows strength training can also have benefits as we age, such as maintaining muscle and mobility. And that is a look at today's health news. Later, providing aid for fire victims in California. We're going to tell you about a fundraising concert you can see tonight.
Plus, we still have a little bit more rain to go. We're going to take a look at that coming up. Well, of course, it turned out to be a wet Thursday for us today. Periods of showers, even a few thunderstorms last night. Roads are wet, so if you are going to be out, make sure you're careful. on the roadways. Nice shot of our indigo sky. Casino and Resort Tower cam just outside of Seneca, Missouri. All right, rainfall amounts, lesser amounts on the Kansas side, but you guys are going to get some showers as we go through the evening hours. Heaviest really on the Missouri side, so we kind of focus in on this region. Most areas on average about an inch of rain across southwestern parts of Missouri. But look at the rain still going on right now where you see the yellows. That's where we're picking up a little bit heavier, some moderate rain. And this really extends from Yates Center, Iola, just west of Fort Scott and Pittsburgh, Chanute, Fredonia, Independence, down through Parsons, and then even continues into northeastern Oklahoma, just northeast of Tulsa and just to the west of Miami. And these are going to continue as we go through the evening hours, kind of pushing east. Here's 10 p.m., still hit and miss showers across the region. Then we get into a lull, just mostly cloudy skies. So here's 2:30 in the morning. Notice the temperature is well above freezing, sitting into the upper 40s. And then moving into Friday morning, this little back band of light showers and drizzle will kind of push through. So we're going to start the day with some showers across the region. Temperatures right now, again, fairly mild, mid to upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Through the evening hours, those hit and miss showers as we slide back through the 50s and then dropping back into the 40s. But look at this system. Look at the counterclockwise circulation. That's our upper level low. So we're getting on the backside. This area of the storm system is what gave us the rain last night into the morning hours. So our upper level low is going to pass right on through, and then we get rid of this storm system. So it shifts through. We clear out just in time for the weekend. We get into a zonal flow, meaning really from west to east. We get a weak wave in here late Tuesday, Wednesday into Thursday. Looks like mainly just on and off showers. This is going to push on by. We don't have to deal with any Arctic air over the next week. We will cool down a little bit the middle of next week. And then another storm system will start to affect us right around Super Bowl Sunday. All right, let's go through time. Of course, showers rotating out of here. We start the day with some morning showers, but once we get to about the noon hour, most of these showers are going to rotate out, and then we get a little bit of sunshine during the afternoon. High temps, a little bit cooler, most of us right around 50 degrees. We drop back tomorrow night all the way down into lower 30s and partly sunny skies on Saturday. Saturday is going to be great. Get a southerly wind. Most of us will make it up right around 60 degrees on Saturday. So day planner 44 in the morning, 45 by noon. High temp of 50 degrees. And if we look at the weekend, check this out. 60 on Saturday, 65 as we get into Sunday. So looking fantastic for the weekend. Morning showers tomorrow. Weekend looks great. 56 on Monday. Showers right back in Tuesday, Wednesday into Thursday. But temperatures overall looking pretty good.
Beautiful weekend to get outside, especially on Sunday.
Not bad.
Thanks, Doug. Some of music's biggest artists are coming together tonight in Los Angeles to raise money for people impacted by the devastating wildfires. A staggering number of artists, songwriters, and musicians lost their homes, instruments, and studios in the fire. Guitarist Emily Elbert, who has performed with Leon Bridges and Beyonce, lost her Altadena home to the Eaton fire, where she and her partner had lived for nearly 4 years.
That was when I knew that everything in my life had changed, but it was also the first of many, many acts of beautiful generosity that I've witnessed in the last couple weeks.
Billie Eilish, Lady Gaga, and Rod Stewart are set to take the stage at the Fire Aid Benefit Concert. You can stream the event free of charge on CBSNews.com, the CBS News app, and Paramount Plus. You can get to those by clicking the link on our website, KOAMNewsNow.com. That concert starts at 8 Central Time tonight. Coming up, a bit of a milestone in travel safety. We're going to look back at the history of seat belts in the U.S. Topping today's Consumer Watch, Honda is recalling nearly 300,000 Honda Pilots and Acura MDX and TLX Type S vehicles due to an issue with the fuel injection electronic control unit. The car maker says the issue could cause the check engine light to turn on and cause the vehicle's engines to lose power or stall, which could lead to a crash. Honda is urging impacted owners to take their vehicles into a dealership for a free software update as soon as they're notified. Buckling up when getting into a car is something many of us do without even thinking about it, but it wasn't always so. 40 years ago, a landmark law helped change the culture around seat belts and dramatically improved road safety. Bradley Blackburn has more.
At the Vintage Automobile Museum of New Jersey, these cars have one thing in common.
Nothing to buckle, no safety measures.
None at all. As founder John Mahoney explained, all these autos, from the 1939 Cadillac LaSalle to the Packard Single Six to the Ford Model T, were built before seatbelts were standard safety features.
Was safety even a concern?
No, I don't think safety was a concern because cars didn't go very fast anyway.
Starting in the 1960s, car makers were required by law to install seatbelts, but even then, many people didn't use them.
People thought that it would be safer to be ejected from a car.
I think you should wear a seatbelt.
I do too.
I don't like it.
In January 1985, New York became the first state to require drivers and front seat passengers to use them or face a $50 fine.
Buckle up or else.
A highway survey found use went from 16% to 63% in months.
We've saved over 450,000 lives as a result of seatbelt technology.
David Harkey with the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety says today more than 90% of people nationwide wear seatbelts, but that means millions still do not.
When you look at the fatality numbers, what we find is almost half of the occupants who are killed in passenger vehicle crashes are not wearing that seatbelt.
Just look at the difference for a test dummy wearing a belt compared to one who's not.
Seatbelts are still the most important safety feature we have in a vehicle.
It's been a long road to get everyone to buckle up and save lives. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
Seatbelt technology continues to improve. Safety advocates say automakers are installing better belts in the back seat that can reduce the chance of injuries in a crash. And Red Robin wants a lucky couple to say yes with an onion ring. The burger chain is giving one duo the chance to win an engagement ring of their choice, up to a $10,000 value, if they propose at a Red Robin using one of the fast food chain's onion rings on Valentine's Day. Yes, that will bring tears for one reason or another. Participants must take a pic of the proposal and upload it. Red Robin is also offering a Lovebirds meal combo from February 13th through the 16th. How romantic. Final check of the forecast up next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, the latest on that investigation into last night's deadly crash between a commercial jet out of Wichita and a military helicopter. Then on KOAM News at 6, reaction from an ice skating club as some of its members were killed in that crash. Plus, more out of Arma as the fire department tries to clear up some confusion about the future of a couple of programs. And Fort Scott High School Wrestling hosts Frontenac tonight in the Cannonball Clash rivalry. We're going to have a preview. Stay with us. CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. Kindergartners at the Columbian Elementary School in Carthage celebrated a milestone today. Staff and students took a look back on their first 100 days of the school year. The celebration featured a variety of fun activities and crafts, all using the number 100.
Kids work really hard and they need to be celebrated for the work that they do. It's so important for us to recognize that 100 is a big number, it's a big thing, and we've worked really hard to get to where we are.
All 5 classrooms took part in today's celebration, helping those kids to get a little bit of the grasp of just what 100 means. Use 100 Fruit Loops to make a necklace, for example. The weather looking pretty good.
Yeah, we're still going to have on and off showers for us tonight into tomorrow morning. A little bit of sunshine late in the day, but the weekend looks fantastic.
Thanks for joining us. CBS Evening News is next. And of course, we're going to be right back here for KOAM News at 6. We'll see you then. Let's make it a great evening.